Number 5, I'm going to read his story. Number 5 is Eminem. So Eminem, after coming up with freestyle rap battles, Eminem has continuously wielded the mic as his weapon of choice and obliterated anyone who comes in his path, as seen in the countless feuds he's engaged in over the years with unapologetically controversial yet frequently hilarious bars and unparalleled rhyme scheme. He's relished playing the role of rap supervillain. M also spits a mile a minute, breaking Guinness World Record, the fastest rapper in a hit single with Godzilla, where he rapped 225 words in a 30-second segment. With 15 Grammy Awards, 10 #1 Billboard 200 albums, and 3 RII certified diamond. Diamond means 10 million. Diamond singles, Lose Yourself, Love the Way You Lie, and Not Afraid. His unprecedented commercial success makes him one of the most noteworthy rags to riches tales in a popular music. His award-winning 2002 biographical film, 8 Mile, even depicted the Detroit-bred MC's real-life struggle to be accepted as a white rapper in hip-hop, a genre created and dominated by black people. But with his peerless technical skills, larger-than-life personality, and turn-of-the-century run of the classics, Slim Shady has rightfully earned his spot in the upper echelon of GOAT rappers list. So number 5 is Eminem. He's a tough one to rate. He's a tough one to rate. Everything that they said there is spot on. True. I'm not debating any of it. But him over Biggie? Well, did Biggie go diamond? I don't think he went diamond. And here Eminem had 3 diamond singles. That's a tough one. I know a lot of people, hardcore Eminem fans. Now, I really, when he first came out, I was on board with Eminem, but I haven't really been following his progress, like his newer albums. Not really. But I will give him all the respect. Lyrically, he's nice. He's super nice. Battle rapper, MC. If he gets on a track with you, he's going to... You saw what he did with Jay-Z, right? When he hopped on his track. Oh, yeah. He let him know he was Eminem, right? With the Renegade. Oh, classic. So, number 4 was heartbreaking to me because if I had to put anyone on number 1, I would put this person on there. And he's not the greatest rapper as far as bar for bar, but man, anything he said, you can feel it. You can feel his passion. You can feel his heart. You can feel his pain. You can feel everything. When he went to war, he went to war. When he talked about partying, he talked about partying. When he talked about things that weren't cool, like, you know, being respectful to women and saying how much he loves his mother, he made it popular. Who am I talking about? Number 4 is Tupac Shakur. Poet, actor, activist. The rapper Tupac Amari Shakur was the ultimate polymath in the 90s. Once a tag-along member of the Digital Underground, Pac's larger-than-life demeanor became too big to shelter. After his scene-stealing verse on their 1991 hit, Same Song, Pac as a solo artist was remarkable. One minute, he was endearing, scripting empathetic classics like Dear Mama and Keep Your Head Up. The other, he was explosive, lacing up the war boots, ready to ride on his enemies with Hit 'Em Up and Hail Mary. He wasn't necessarily the best lyricist, nor did he possess the craziest flow, but in the fact his limitations were what made the 24-year-old one of the greatest MCs to touch God's green earth. He knew his shortcomings, but relied on the voice and motivational message to resonate and crack through the toughest gangsters. Signing to death row upon 1995 prison release, formed the hip-hop strongest with him, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg leading the way. His most potent project came when he released his double disc album, All Eyes on Me, the next year. His 4th album had the makings of a bona fide classic with incredible singles, How Do You Want It, California Love, and I Ain't Mad At You. A superior production, and it reigned for 8 weeks on number 1 on the Billboard 200. Despite his gaudy wins, the MC had his fair share of battles, most notably his Brooklyn Titan Notorious B.I.G., which turned into a heartbreaking for both coasts. The lyrical skirmish ended in tragedy when Pac was shot and killed in Las Vegas shooting in 1996, rocking the entire music world. Even after his death, Pac's legacy pushed forward with 7 albums, including 3 Billboard 200 toppers, introduction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and even a spot in the Library of Congress National Recording Registry for Dear Mama. And despite his short life and career, Pac's legacy continues to resonate today as much as any rapper. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. Pac, number 4. A lot of people put him number 1. Again, not the best MC as far as bar for bar, but everything he said, you could feel it. You can feel it. And man, that album, that All Eyes on Me, I still play it to this day. Number 3, I'm going to read it. I'm going to skip number 2 just because we're running out of time. And I'm going to try to get to number 1 as fast as I can. Number 3, I would give it to him. Number 3, Nas. That's right. I'm a huge Nas fan. He was one of the biggest inspirations for me when I touched the mic. So check this out. His story. At this point, hip-hop's purists know Nas's path to greatness all too well. In 1991, Large Professor tossed him an alley-oop on the Main Sources Posse cut live at the barbecue, and Escobar delivered a rim rocker of a performance. He was crowned the chosen one from the jump and had LeBron-like expectations to overcome. But like King James, he relished in the pressure, releasing his debut album Illmatic in 1994, a quintessential hip-hop ops that transcended the genre and became the holy Bible for every lyricist. To this day, the album remains the undisputed classic, and he continued evolving and staying relevant, scoring #1 album well into the 2010s. By now, his vivid storytelling, Black Girl Lost, and I Gave You Power, precautious diction, Nas is Like, and Made You Look are goated and has proven to be Hall of Fame level, especially when he scored a TKO against Jay-Z and added a new verb to the hip-hop lexicon with his scratch comeback diss, Ether, in 2001. Even with those shiny accomplishments, Nasir Jones' longevity and adaptability that makes him one-of-a-kind specimen. Since partnering with Hit Boy in 2020 for his first installment of their well-received King Disease series, Nas has released 3 more projects and nabbed his first ever Grammy, providing his lyrical sword remains as sharp as ever. So number 3 is Nas. I will give it to him, number 3. Number 2, very quickly, Kendrick Lamar. Now, I put him on my top 10, but I didn't put him that low on my top 10. Kendrick Lamar, I will not take anything from him. He is incredible. He is one of the nicest I've heard in a very long time. Very, very dope. He has a very unique delivery. His wordplay is incredible. I don't take anything away from him. But I don't know about number 2. I don't know about number 2. In top 10, yes. I think number 2, again, a lot of people are not going to agree with me. I'm speaking purely as a fan right now. I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that. Number 1, all right? Now, this created a lot of controversy. It makes sense on paper. It does. It makes sense on paper. Again, a lot of people were placing their favorite MC number 1. Jay-Z is number 1. That's right. Jay-Z is number 1. He was on my top 10 for sure, but he wasn't number 1 on my list. But check out the story. Check out everything he's done. I will not lose. Brooklyn Sean Jay-Z Carter's defiant yet confident declaration has proven true through his legendary career. History is also on his side. Hov has 14 Billboard 200 #1 albums, the most among solo acts, and over 140 million records sold. He co-founded Rockefeller Records, collected 24 Grammys, ran hip-hop's legendary Def Jam Records as president, guided Rihanna and Ye to billionaire status, founded a behemoth entertainment sports agency in Roc Nation, and best-selling Sprint brands like Duce. And even today, still makes time to drop 4-minute-long rap verses that break the internet, as he did on DJ Khaled's God Did in 2022. Beyonce Carter's husband has succeeded in every era, spitting regal-scented rhymes that speak to the struggle and follows an intensity self-made greatness. The first rapper inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, Jay-Z believes everyone has genius-level talent. Lucky for us, Jay found his early in life and since has become your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And maybe there are other rappers who could claim to match Jay at his peak. So Jay-Z number 1. A lot of people did not agree. But his resume, incredible resume. What did it say? He had the most #1 albums, the most among solo acts. That's right, the most. President of Def Jam Records, co-founder of Rockefeller Records. Oh my God. Albums, yeah, he got albums. Bars, sometimes he has bars, sometimes, yeah. But it's Jay-Z, you know, incredible. Incredible businessman. Number 1, On paper, yes. But it's tough, man. There's a couple rappers on this top list, on this top 10 list that Billboard and Vibe came out with. They could easily be number one. If some of these people had lived and weren't taken from us so soon, would Jay-Z still be number one? I don't know. That's a question for another day.